Loctite Roofing, windows and doors. Loctite Roofing, windows and doors. Replace roofing windows before the storm. Replace roofing windows before the storm. Loctite, Loctite Impact, Impact, LoctiteImpact.com.
Or call 954-500-LOCK. That's 954-500-LOCK.
The Miami Dolphins play here.
Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up!
Fox Sports 940.
At Straight Talk, we get it. You say no a lot.
Mom, can I get a tarantula?
No.
Coffee?
No. So we're giving you more reasons to say yes, like a free 5G phone with real unlimited data with select plan activation.
Can I use the free phone?
Yes. See, doesn't it feel good to say yes to more?
Absolutely.
Face tattoo?
Absolutely not.
Available at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Taxes and fees apply. In-store activation of Gold Unlimited plan or higher required. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
Express Employment Professionals makes hiring easy. Forget about posting jobs, sifting through resumes, being ghosted, and interviews with unqualified applicants. Move up to the pros with expresspros.com.
With Express, you can lower contingent labor costs and reduce turnover. Every day, Express recruits and screens a variety of workers in your area, so when it's time to hire, they have the talent you need ready to go to work. When you're ready to improve your hiring efficiency, choose Express. Go to expresspros.com to find a location near you.
That's expresspros.com.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just one cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla Speed Test Intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
Number 1 on your car radio preset and the new and improved iHeartRadio app. WINCA in Miami. WMIB FM HD2 Fort Lauderdale. Free never sounded so good.
1-1. He might have hit one out of the ballpark there. Out to right and deep. Second deck. He squared the bunt 2 pitches ago. And Kyle Stowers rips number 16 into the seats. Tied at 1, bottom 2.
Miami Marlins baseball is on deck.
Pitch to Connor Norby. He drills out to right center and deep. Frelick back. Track wall. It is gone. Connor Norby. He's getting right. 1-1 pitch. That one hammered out to left center field and deep. Martian Rojas back. They're looking up, and it's gone. Wag attack. A 2-run homer.
Marlins on deck. Brought to you by ADT, the official smart security partner of the Miami Marlins, and Norwegian Cruise Line. Experience more at sea. Let's head out to the ballpark. Here's your host, Steven Strong.
All right, excellent job, Ahmed. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're live from Lone Depot Park here in Miami on a Thursday night where MLB and its clubs will continue baseball's tradition of honoring those whose lives were affected or lost on September 11, 2001, and also pay tribute to the men and women who continue to bravely serve our communities and country 24 years after the tragic events of today. You're listening to Miami Marlins Baseball on the radio, Fox Sports 940 Miami. Today we'll play game 147 of 162. We've got 16 games left. And yesterday, it felt sweet. The Marlins offense exploded in the middle innings to punch back in Game 3, 8-3. Xavier Edwards, who had gotten a couple of days off after struggling mightily, he broke loose with 3 hits, plus a late home run. Jacob Marcy, ho-hum, another 4 hits, his second career 4-hit game, not only of his career, but of the season, of course. And Yuri Perez, he started to look like Yuri Perez. Tonight, though, we do have something significant. The season series between these two teams sit at 6-6. So one game will decide it, and Miami's won it 3 of the last 4 years. They can make it 4 out of the last 5 with a victory here today. It is game 4. Pumped to bring it to you between the 60 and 85 Washington Nationals and your now 67 and 79 Miami Marlins. We'll have 2 guys that are coming off the IL. One, pretty short stint, another over 3 months. We'll start with the Nationals. They'll bring back their all-star Mackenzie Gore, who will make his return off the 15-day IL with left shoulder inflammation. He will go opposite. Welcome back, Ryan Weathers, who is activated off the 60-day IL. He'll make his 6th start of the season and his first one in about 3 months. We will get going tonight at 6:40 right here on the Marlins Radio Network. Hi, everyone. Thanks for making Marlins on Deck a part of your Thursday night with Jack McMullen and Rod Allen. I'm Steven Strom. We've got a wonderful show for you ahead. We will go the distance, and we thank you for your participation. I want to first get to Ryan Weathers, who we spoke to yesterday. We'll also hear from Tyler Smarslock and Tyler Phillips on remembering 9/11. Both of those guys are Jersey guys. You know I am a Jersey guy. It's always going to be in my heart, so particularly hit closer, to where we grew up. So I want to get some sound on that. We'll get you out of the count with Gore and Weathers. Jack and Rod will jump in for some storylines or expo questions today at Marlins Radio and Steve's guarantee to victory. So we'll begin here with Ryan Weathers, who will make his first start since June 7th. It was a pretty wacky one. Remember, he was hitting the head on a throwdown from Nick Fortes. He ended up heading to the IL with a left lat strain. He did make 2 rehab starts. Here he is ready to go. And here was Weathers with Jack McMullen earlier in yesterday's conversation ahead of his start.
Thank you, Steven. Ryan Weathers, welcome back, man. Happy start day to you. 60-day IL. It was, the work back from the flexor issue. Then all of a sudden it's a lat issue. You land on the 60 again. What does it feel like to get back on a mound before the season's up?
No, man, it feels great. I mean, the Lord put me on this earth to play baseball, so it's my job to try my best to get back, whether it's 3 starts or 2 starts, whatever it is. I'm just happy to be back with the boys tomorrow officially, and I'm just excited.
How have you felt over the last couple of rehab starts, and the day after?
Felt really good. The bounce back's been great. Bouncing back a lot better than the in between after the flexor injury. It's just been one of those years, just some weird stuff going on. But, got to start coming up tomorrow and hopefully a couple more and just see where we go.
You told us a couple weeks ago you're probably feeling as well as you have all year long, maybe in the last couple of years. What's gone into that?
I really don't know. Just coming back, I just feel strong. And like I said, my recovery's been phenomenal. I've had hardly any post-throw soreness. I've been sore after maybe one of my mound sessions, and that makes me excited. Means my body's in a good position.
What's important for you on field to wrap up, assuming you get 2-3 starts under your belt?
I think just not going out and trying to do too much. 2 or 3 starts is not going to make up a whole season. So just stay within myself, not try to do too much, and just pound the strike zone.
Nats are swinging it right now. What jumps out about the Nationals lineup as it stands in early to mid-September?
Yeah, obviously a couple young guys that I've played with Abrams, I've played with JB. Obviously, JB's been doing it for a long time. He's a really good hitter. You got Abrams leading the charge. They got a good lineup. I just faced their AAA lineup, so it's a pretty good team from the big league and AAA side. And doesn't matter what their record says, it's a big league lineup, and they know how to swing it and they know how to control the zone. So it's just about who can out-execute the other.
It is so nice to hear that Southern draw. Ryan Weathers is back tonight. He'll make his return to the hill for the first time in 3 months. He did make 2 starts in AAA Jacksonville, combined 7 1/3, 9 hits, 2 runs, 9 punch-outs, and 3 walks. He threw 60 and 68 pitches. We heard Clayton McCullough this afternoon say the pitch count, about 80 for Ryan Weathers, as he will go opposite his former teammate, Mackenzie Gore. Both of these guys were in the Padres organization, now thriving on different teams. We'll break. Again, we're remembering 9/11 today. Tyler Smarslock, Marlins infield coach and first base coach, will join the program, as well as Tyler Phillips. Both Jersey guys, both remember that day. We'll get some reflection. We'll get some words coming up next. 6:40 first pitch on the Marlins Radio Network.
Righty hitting catcher. He turns on a ball, sends it out to center field and deep. Bader is back at the track, at the wall, and it's gone. Brian Navarreto. It's his first major league homer and his first major league RBI. It starts to cut into it, but welcome back to the show. This guy had 5 plate appearances in the big leagues,
They all came in the COVID season in 2020, and he reintroduces himself in style. One. Wagaman drills out to left and deep. Marsh is back. That will slam off the wall. Augustine comes in to score. Hernandez wheels around. He goes first to third. And Wagatak has an RBI double to get the Marlins on the board. It's 4-1 in the bottom of the fourth. First pitch to Sanoja. That one smothered into the ground. And the shortstop Sosa charges. He fires on the run. It kicks off the facing of the dugout. And a run will come in to score. That one bounced right in front of the plate and directly over the top of the pitcher's mound. And that infield single plates Hernandez from third base. It's an RBI knock for Javi. It's 4-2 Phillies in the bottom of the fourth. Marcy's 10th stolen base in 12 attempts. Augustine's 12th in 15 attempts. And Otto drills a ball out to left and deep. That thing is gone. Onto the concourse. Otto Lopez drills a baseball, and it's a 3-run shot. Number 13 on the year for Lopez, and they open scoring quickly. 3-0 Fish, bottom one. Payoff pitch. Otto hits well, out to left center field again. Marsh is back. He's looking up, and it's gone. Insurance from Otto. And
Stream now.
Well, joining us now here on Marlins on Deck is Marlins infield coach and first base coach Tyler Smarslock. And today, Tyler, is a day of remembrance, and I wanted to grab you because everyone felt it. But when you were in the tri-state area, we're both Jersey guys, I did want to kind of reflect and remember what you recall from that day.
Yeah, so, I mean, I was a really young kid at that point. I was in 4th grade, but I remember the day, as clear as day, honestly. It's in 4th grade, Mr. Enderweiss's class, sitting somewhere in the middle of the rows. And Mr. Enderweiss leaves the classroom, and at that point, as a young kid, I'd never seen a teacher just leave, like, young kids in the classroom. So he walks out, and we had clear glass door, and I saw he was still standing out but talking to somebody. And comes back in, and he names out 4 kids in the class, and he said, your parents are here to pick you up.
And the teacher didn't say anything. Mr. W, he didn't say anything.
Didn't say anything. So takes the 4 kids down to the principal's office, and they go home with their parents. About 10 minutes later, there's 2 more kids leaving the classroom. So I'm sitting there wondering, I'm like, is my mom supposed to come and get me? Am I next? What's going on? And you're not thinking terrorism. You're not thinking anything other than, like, why is everybody getting to go home? I want to go home. And I remember probably about 20 minutes after that, my mom ended up coming and picked me up. I asked what was going on. I asked why people were leaving school. She kind of explained it, but I didn't really understand. She's like, it's on TV. Like, we're going to watch it on TV when we get home. And I remember just sitting in my living room watching the towers fall, watching the second tower fall live on TV. So I saw all that stuff, and you walk outside and you actually see the smoke. I lived about an hour away, and the smoke was still, like, it was present. Like, you could feel everything, but it was so heavy. That's the feeling I remember. I remembered not ever feeling the feeling that I felt that day. It was sorry.
Tyler Smarslock with us now. Who do you remember on these days?
I remember the people that went in, into the building, into the charge, went into the rubble. My stepfather is a cop or was a cop in Sayreville, which is, first responders were there. They were on the ground floor. I remember he was doing stuff at that time. So I think of the people that tried to help as much as they could, and then you remember the sad stories of the people that went in to help that didn't come out, and they didn't, they went in to go be a hero, and they paid the ultimate sacrifice. But I also remember the connection that the country had. Like, there was a lot of connection amongst people. People felt pain together for the first time in a long time. That stuff still sticks with me on these days. So try to think of today as more of like connectingness with people around me. So
from one Tyler to the next, Tyler Phillips from Lumberton, New Jersey. I know we both were 2 years old, but what kind of comes to mind on a day like today?
Yeah, I mean, obviously being young, I don't remember much of like what happened in the moment, but I do know as I was growing up, I got a better understanding for what was going on, because being from Jersey, there's people who might drive in or train into the city who have family members that were affected, and just being able to hear their stories about it and how their outlook on it. Obviously, like, one of the worst things that could possibly happen. But just knowing that they had like their like first responders and everything, they had family members, like they're heroes, and those people look up to them, and they kind of live their life, and they try to emulate their parents or grandparents, whoever it was, and yeah, just tough times. Again, I was too young to really remember much, but I know all of our parents, they were affected, and they just wanted to keep us all safe. And fortunate for us, we had first responders out there that were doing their jobs and doing the ultimate sacrifice for us.
We had just talked about the role of baseball. It was George Bush's first pitch. You also had the first game back with the New York Mets. Just what do you think the role of baseball played in such a difficult time?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's something. I talked with a guy a little while ago in Fenway, Baseball Isn't Boring guy, and I think that's kind of why, like, kind of the beauty of baseball is that no matter what happens, it still brings people together. I've watched the Bush pitch a lot. I've watched the guys running out with the flags. I think it was like Sammy, right? And it just gives you chills to see everybody come together in such a tough time. It doesn't matter like race, political view, what happened. It's still people use that as a way to get past the tough time. And I think that's something that is beautiful about baseball. Is that, like I said, it brings people together, and it brings a sense of happiness.
Thank you for the time, man. I really do appreciate it. We'll break. We'll get you out of the count next on the Marlins Radio Network.
If you're
righty hitting catcher, he turns on a ball, sends it out to center field and deep. Bader is back at the track, at the wall, and it's gone. Brian Navarreto. It's his first Major League homer and his first Major League RBI. It starts to cut into it, but welcome back to the show. This guy had 5 plate appearances in the big leagues. They all came in the COVID season in 2020, and he reintroduces himself in style. Wagaman drills out to left and deep. Marsh is back. That will slam off the wall. Augustine comes in to score. Hernandez wheels around. He goes first to third. And Wagatak has an RBI double to get the Marlins on the board. It's 4-1 in the bottom of the fourth. First pitch to Sanoja. That one smothered into the ground. And the shortstop Sosa charges. He fires on the run. It kicks off the facing of the dugout. And a run will come in to score. That one bounced right in front of the plate and directly over the top of the pitcher's mound. And that infield single plates Hernandez from third base. It's an RBI knock for Javi. It's 4-2 Phillies in the bottom of the fourth. Marcy's 10th stolen base in 12 attempts. Augustine's 12th in 15 attempts. And Otto drills a ball out to left and deep. That thing is gone. Onto the concourse. Otto Lopez drills a baseball, and it's a 3-run shot. Number 13 on the year for Lopez, and they open scoring quickly. 3-0 Fish, bottom 1. Payoff pitch. Otto hits well, out to left center field again.
Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
This is Clayton McCullough here, and you're listening to Marlins on Deck with Steven Strom on the Marlins Radio Network.
All right, don't miss a moment of Marlins action. Download the iHeartRadio app and make Fox Sports 940 the top preset. Then listen to every Marlins game this season. Welcome in here on a Thursday night as the Marlins continue this 3-leg homestand. Looking to split with the Washington Nationals today. Steven Strom, Rod Allen, Jack McMullen, Mackenzie Gore, Ryan Weathers. Do want to mention a roster move. Because Ryan Weathers was activated off the 60-day IL, Marlins needed to make a move. It was Seth Martinez, right-hander out of the bullpen, who was designated for assignment. Let's get you ahead of the count. We'll start here with Gore, 26-year-old southpaw, who was activated off the IL today. He was recovering from left shoulder inflammation. He was placed on the 15-day IL on August 30th. He was retroactive to the 27th of August. So, again, has that period of 15 days. He was a Nationals opening day starter, and this guy lived up to the bill. He was an all-star. He went to Atlanta, pitched to a 3.02 ERA. This dude led all of baseball with 138 punch-outs and 110 and a third innings pitched. The second half, I don't know what the heck has happened, but it has went south, and it went south in a hurry. a 7.54 ERA, just 30 Ks in 37 innings pitched this season. So all of a sudden, his season coming into tonight, 5-13, a 4.15 ERA, 147 and a third innings pitch, 173 Ks to 55 walks. Here was Miguel Cairo yesterday announcing that Gore was going to be back and the expectation.
It was awesome. It was awesome. And, he threw a really good bullpen. So I don't know how many pitches he's going to throw, but he's going to be the starting pitcher tomorrow.
He was adamant that when he went on the injured list, he'd be back in 2 weeks.
Yes, he was like, it was a little break. He didn't have a break either in the All-Star game, so I think it was good to let him just make sure his shoulder was fine, and it wasn't that bad. And I'm glad that he's back and he's going to start tomorrow.
Because it was so short, is it not a problem that he hasn't faced any live hitters?
No, he's going to be just fine. He's going to be fine, and I'm glad that he's back and going to help us tomorrow.
Interesting right there, the Nationals interim manager, Miguel Cairo. This is a guy, Mackenzie Gore, has not seen any live hitters, so he's throwing right back into the fight here tonight. So Gore will go opposite Ryan Weathers, 25-year-old southpaw, again, who was activated off the 60-day IL. He'll take the ball for the first time in about 3 months. Weathers, and this is the story, when he's on the mound, he has been awesome for Miami, particularly starting from last year. But it has been a struggle to stay healthy. You even talk about 2024, the index finger strain, the forearm strain to start this year, and now the lat issue that he experienced. But great to see Ryan Weathers back on the hill today. He did make 2 rehab starts in AAA, a combined 7 1/3 innings pitched, 9 hits, 2 runs, 9 punch-outs, and 3 walks. He threw 60 and 68 pitches. We heard what Marlins manager Clayton McCullough said this afternoon, and he said as far as Ryan Weathers' pitch count is concerned, it's going to look around 80 pitches for Weathers against the Washington Nationals. In his career, Weathers made 3 starts, 1-1, an 8.22 ERA, 15 1/3. And again, to remind you, because we haven't seen him in a while, Weathers will feature a 4-seamer, a changeup, a sweeper, a slider, and a sinker, all from the left side. Great to have Ryan Weathers back. He'll go opposite his former teammate, Mackenzie Gore, a pair of southpaws on the mound on this Thursday night. 1 game will decide the season series between these two, 6-6 on each side. Someone's got to come out victorious. We'll break. We'll get Rod Allen and Jack McMullen next on the other side of the break on the Marlins Radio Network.
Marcy's 10th stolen base in 12 attempts. Augustine's 12th in 15 attempts. And Otto drills a ball out to left and deep. That thing is gone. Onto the concourse. Otto Lopez drills a baseball, and it's a 3-run shot. Number 13 on the year for Lopez, and they open scoring quickly. 3-0 Fish, bottom 1. Signed and came over last year. 2-2. That one lined up the gut on 1 hop. That's through and in for a base hit. Another run going to come in and score. Hernandez coming home to throw up the third base line. It gets back to the backstop. Johnston will push second to third, and Acosta follows him to second. It's an RBI knock for Maximo, and a throwing error will push the other 2 up 90 feet. It's 4-0. You got runners at second and third with 2 men gone at the bottom.
What they needed to do when they got a runner on third, and that was get him in.
First pitch to Heriberto Hernandez, a ground ball through the right side. That's a base hit. Runner comes in to score. Hicks wheels around, goes first to third. And that's an RBI knock for Burt to run this game even. Edwards the batter, Marcy on deck. And with 1 away, the 1-2. That one a ground ball that's up the gut and through for a base hit. They're going to send Mesa, who will score from second base. And Xavier Edwards, that has to feel good. An RBI knock. He makes it 8-2 Nats in the bottom of the 5th. 0-1. That one drilled high in the air. Right field and deep. That is gone. Second deck for the first major league home run for Victor Mesa Jr.
Doors and roofing. They made it so easy for me, all the way from permitting through installation. A very professional team, and talk about easy 100% financing at 0 down. I'm thrilled and I'm safe. Call Loctite Impact now at 954-500-LOCK. That's 954-500-LOCK, or visit LoctiteImpact.com.
Back here on a Thursday night from Lone Depot Park, where MLB and its clubs will continue baseball's tradition of honoring those who were affected and lost on September 11, 2001. They'll also pay tribute to the men and women who continue to serve our communities and countries 24 years later. Stephen Strom, Rod Allen, Jack McMullen. I want to throw to you, Rod, just what you remember, maybe not from that day, but from that year, and just the bridge that baseball connected to that day, and just given the communities a little bit of sense of peace and calmness.
That's a great point on your part, because our country really came together after 9/11. I was with the Arizona Diamondbacks at the time, and we were in the World Series against the New York Yankees. So really couldn't have drawn it up any better. I remember after the season was over, when we traveled to New York to play games 3, 4, and 5, we got on a bus as a team, those of us that wanted to go, led by Randy Johnson, Kurt Schilling, Luis Gonzalez, the stars on the team. And we went to Ground Zero, and I'll never forget it, man. The firefighters, the police officers, everybody had tears in their eyes, but yet they were grateful that we took the time to come over and talk to them. And Randy and Kurt signed autographs. And then, of course, the next 3 days, it was just incredible, really, going to the ballpark and George Bush throwing out the first pitch and then giving a thumbs up to the country. And the entire country kind of exhaled after that. We all felt like we were one as one there. And we'll talk about it a little bit more during the course of the broadcast. What I do remember most about that, and I wish we could get back to that, especially with all the senseless stuff that's going on in our country, man, people loved one another after 9/11. I mean, it didn't matter what your color was. It didn't matter what your status in life was. People gravitated to New York because they were hurting, obviously, but as a country, man, we were digging one another. I wish we could get back to that.
Oh, that's beautifully said. And we were connected, Rod Allen, and we've seen so many players today, post on social media, including Ryan Weathers, who we're going to see back today, Jack. I mean, again, you can expand on what Rod said, and you can also hit on Ryan Weathers getting back on the mound for the first time in 3 months.
Yeah, no, I mean, kind of piggybacking on what Rod said.
Beautifully said, Rod.
Beautifully said, and beautifully said by you, Stephen, at the beginning, too. I mean, like, the sense of unity based on the rewatch, because Stephen, you and I were 3 years old.
Yeah, y'all was running around in diapers.
Yeah, and I've got a photo actually in front of the World Trade Centers. I think 2-3 weeks before September 11th, 2001. Just young, and we were going to check. And Stephen, I'm sure you remember, or at least have heard stories of your parents telling you, you're checking in on your family and friends in New York City at that time because nobody had any idea what was going on. I mean,
there's no cell service either.
Right. Like I had aunts and uncles in New York, and we were, my parents were terrified, and learning all of that after the fact is just, terrifying to think about. But the sense of unity was amazing. And 2 baseball memories will be etched into everyone's mind forever. And it's Piazza's homer and it's President Bush's perfect strike. The fact that it was right down Broadway is amazing, and that'll make every hair on your body stand up.
He stood on the mound, and he threw it, too. First of all, he was down there practicing the Yankees bullpen, and Derek Jeter, he asked Derek Jeter, should he throw from the mound? And Jeter said, if you don't throw from the mound, they're going to boo you. And if you bounce it, they're going to boo you, too. And he threw a strike, so it was great to see Derek Jeter with that kind of sense of humor. But that World Series was epic, one of the best World Series of all time. As a matter of fact, we won the World Series that year, and I have a ring. Inside my ring, the World Series ring that the Diamondbacks gave to me says, "Thou shalt never forget."
Wow, that is amazing.
And I'll never forget Sammy Sosa either. That's another
taking Old Glory out to right field. Yeah.
Okay, it's tough to transition, but we are. The Marlins and the Washington Nationals are going to fend off tonight with the season series on the line. Jack, we discussed third place in the National League East on If It Matters. Does the season series matter? I'll let Jack go, and then, Rod, you can pick up.
Probably, yes, I would think so. And to be honest, man, I think the Marlins and the Nats are clamoring for that, and they both have an idea within that clubhouse, and we're getting 2 guys off the IL. Frankly, I think more than the season series tonight, it's a matter of Gore looking good off the shelf and Weathers looking good off the shelf. So I think so much of the story tonight is about the 2 starting pitchers, and these are 2 of the better left-handed starters in Major League Baseball.
Rod?
I think you have a couple of clubs that are fighting for their identity. I think this Nationals team has underachieved this year. A lot of people thought they would be much better, but at the trade deadline, they basically let their general manager go, and Mike Rizzo also their manager, because of their underachieving. But lately, they've been playing really good. They thought they were better than the Marlins coming in, and don't trust me, they want to finish ahead of the Marlins, but I don't think they are, and the Marlins would like to finish ahead of them as well.
Both teams getting their southpaws back. One a little bit longer than the other. We haven't seen Ryan Weathers pitch in 3 months. Clayton McCullough did say today around 80 pitches. He threw 60 and 68 in 2 rehab starts in AAA. Ryan Weathers did. And for Mackenzie Gore, he didn't face any live hitters. He's throwing back into the storm here today. He's come off the 15-day IL with left shoulder inflammation. We'll break on the other side. Steve's guaranteed hit again, multi-hits. What do we have next? I almost don't even want to answer, but I'm going to have to. Plus our X-Poll question. We're back in 2. We're playing baseball in 13 minutes on the Marlins Radio Network.
An hour. Runners at the corners, 8-8 game. Line drive right field. Soto going back. He makes the catch in the backhand, but Ramirez will tag up. And he will score. The Marlins lead 9-8 on the sac fly. JT Realmuto now, and maybe Benito.
1-1. That would lift it out to left center field. That's going to get down and plate 1. That might plate 2. It's rolling all the way to the wall. Hicks getting the runaround from third. He will score. He beats the throw. He scores from first base. And Connor Norby gives the Fish some big-time insurance. Marcy at third. Ramirez at first. And Augustine shuffling the 2-0 pitch. That one lifted out to center field. Mullins on the move, ranging back. Cedric Mullins makes the catch. That is plenty deep enough for Jacob Marcy to score from third base. And that's a productive out number 2 at this top of the first inning. A sacrifice fly from Otto Lopez. It opened scoring for the Fish. 1-0 in the top of the first.
Hitting catcher here for the Marlins. Senga, long look at the belt. And the runner and comes home. And it's ripped to left field and deep, and it's going to get over the head. In fact, it's going to get over the wall for a home run. A line drive by Augustine Ramirez. So we wish you the best. 3-0 pitch, ground ball, base hit, right side. A little late start for Hicks. He does get the green light. He'll score easily. And the Marlins have 4 on the board. Hernandez a big turn, but he'll go back to first. It's an RBI for Heriberto, and the boos are coming down here on Kodai Senga and the New York Mets. 4-0 Miami, 30, and that's second in the National League.
0-1. X gets a bunt down third base side. Beatty picks it up on the bare hand. He fires to second, and it's down the right field line. It kicked off the jutted out wall. Sanoha comes in to score, and a throwing error from Beatty plates another.
Apply.
Back here on September 11th, 2025, 24 years ago today, we will remember all the first responders, the victims, the heroes, and this has a special place, particularly in my heart, being from New Jersey. So, again, hug your loved ones, and we had a great conversation in segment 4 with Rod and Jack. We also heard from Tyler Smarslock, Marlins infield coach and first base coach, and Tyler Phillips, 2 guys from the state of New Jersey. Again, we thank you for joining the program today on a Thursday night where the Marlins are looking to split with the Washington Nationals. Mackenzie Gore will go opposite Ryan Weathers. I'm Steven Strom, Fox Sports 940 Miami. Ahmed back in the studio. We always thank you for his time, dedication, and he's always on the 1s and 2s holding things down back in the stew. Let's get to our at Marlins Radio X-Poll question. So after 9/11 in 2001, there was obviously a hiatus, and there was multiple days off for these baseball teams. My question today at Marlins Radio, who did the Marlins open back up against post 9/11? Make sure to vote at Marlins Radio. It is time for Steve's Guarantee.
Batter up. Batter up.
Let's play some ball.
First pitch is moments away. Time now for Steve's Guarantees.
All right, so Mackenzie Gore had this outstanding first half. I mean, it was outstanding. He got named to his first All-Star game, pitched to a 3 ERA. He led Major League Baseball in strikeouts with 130, and again, a 3 ERA. The second half, he's pitching to a 7.54 ERA, just 30 punch-outs in 37 frames. Now, what has happened to Mackenzie Gore? The blow-ups have been big, but the big thing is the command. Looking at what has happened with Mackenzie Gore, for example, one start against the Twins this year in the second half, he tied a career high in walks with 6. Let's go to that first half real quick. In the first half, in 110 innings, Gore walked 35 in 110 innings. In 37 innings in the second half, he's walked 20. Marlins draw 3 walks tonight. Folks, I hope you got the itch for first pitch because if we come back, Jack McMullen paints a picture. Rod Allen, he's ready to rock. Starting lineups in first pitch is right around the corner. Thanks for tuning in to the Marlins On Deck pregame show. I'm Steven Strom. Let's flip the M together, Miami. Marlins baseball, it is next on the Marlins Radio Network.